Well, we moved here when Deb was 1 year old.
Byron, when we got married, he wouldn't leave, so that's why I'm still here. All I remember about Deb and Tom when they were younger, it seemed like they were inseparable.
I remembered your mother as a baby, and all the girls in the neighborhood fought over her.
Yay! You get 2 more points!
You guys have to be the best, just the best couple out there.
Then I have to tell one story on her. She and Jerry and Teresa Hymas went over here on the Jewel corner. And got in the creek. It was dry at the time, but you never know when they'll turn water down. But they'd gone down in that.
And get in the canal and walk clear through and come out on the other side of town. And it was actually Jerry and the neighbor down the street, Teresa, were going down there because us older kids had done it all the time. So they took Debbie, went down there.
Underground, where the creek goes underground. And it goes for about 2 or 3 blocks. And everybody in the neighborhood was out looking for them because they couldn't find them.
And their mothers were out looking for them. They was driving around the blocks looking.
Told Debbie when they came out, don't tell anybody where we've been. You can't tell anybody.
And pretty soon they saw them coming over here on Washington Street. She didn't tell where they'd been because it was sure dark.
As I was thinking about Debbie, two things came to mind. She was always really good at entertaining us, and so the first one I want to talk about is she and her best friend Dana, who lived next door, and it seems like they went to get their hair cut together, and so they went down, and Dana's hair looked absolutely darling, but Debbie came back and she started crying and she said, "I look like a billiard ball." And we tried really hard to assure her that it looked great and it would grow, but it really did look like a billiard ball.
She loved horses. And when Merritt's moved here, he had 2 Welsh ponies. Tinker, and I can't tell you what the other one was called because it's not very nice. But our neighbor Dana, they were good friends, and they would ride those ponies in the 4-H group. And for some reason, Debbie picked the rough one and Dana got the easy one. But that horse would go out in the grandstand and he'd do part of the maneuvers, and then that horse would stop and drop its head and go to sleep. So Byron got her going on Rattler.
She loved to horseback ride, and that's just what we did. During the summer, we just rode horses. And so one night we were throwing corn husks out into the pasture, and Rattler, the horse, was so excited about the corn husks, but he reached up and grabbed Debbie by the shoulder And a horse has to clamp all the way down before he can open his jaw back up. And so he dangled her like a rag doll for a minute before he was able to slide his jaws off her shoulder and drop her to the ground. And it was really scary at the moment, but then it was really funny, and it's still kind of funny to watch her dangling from the horse's mouth. But she and that horse were best friends.
Well, they hit it off, I think, right from the first time they met. And we had Tom here at the house quite a bit. And I can remember one time he always came shirtless. Always came shirtless. And I said, not in my house. You're not eating at my table without your shirt.
From where Tom was working, he'd be out there on the corner of the street of the store, and he'd be putting things together. And I'd be over there working, putting stock out and straightening, and I'd see him over there just busy as can be, just putting things together. It was kind of fun to watch. As parents, we were quite concerned when they wanted to get married, and you came along.
Dad, I'll put this on for me.
And you loaded up everything you had, they had,
Dad, what you're doing?
and they headed for Tennessee. And we was concerned letting them get that far away from us.
And I remember when they left and packed up the truck and the trailer with you and Casey. And I told him, I said, if we didn't love you, we'd never let you go. We'd send you on, but the kids and Debbie would stay here. And we've never been sorry they left. We're sorry that they're far away, but we've never been sorry they left.
And then I remember when you left, Casey was just a baby, and your dad had taken Grandpa's old horse trailer and fixed it up to move all their stuff in. And they were parked right out here, and I was holding Casey, and everybody got hugs, and everybody got inside the vehicle and went about 3 feet before your mother realized that Casey wasn't there. I still had him.
They moved back to Tennessee, and I remember, the billboard.
When they turned off the freeway in Knoxville, and this big billboard, have you taken your family to church? The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And that was one of the first things when he got a chance, he called. And then we only had the one phone, and he said, how did you know what exit we were going to take?
But dang it, we'd like you closer.
And I know that you guys have done so much good out there. Even though we miss you all the time, every family gathering we miss you, we know you're doing such great things out there.
Love you.
I love them, and I'm proud of them and the kids that they have raised.
Oh, we do love them. We love you kids. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. And take care of our grandkids and great-grandkids.
Love ya. Sorry I'm all tears. Love you very much. Bye-bye. One more quick story, then I promise I'll leave. When you two were dating, and I had made a pan of sweet rolls, and you decided to warm one up for Tom, we come home in time for you to take it out of the microwave, and he literally couldn't drop it on the floor and cut it. Still love you. Bye-bye. I mean, I am not kidding.
That's funny.